Hey guys, 2W Comics here. Today's going to be my review on the new Captain America Civil War movie. Today was Mother's Day. My mom wanted to go see it today, so we went to go see it with her. Now, keep in mind, if you haven't seen the movie yet, exit this video right now because I will be spilling some beans here. Okay, you've had your chance to exit it. I'm going to jump right into it. So, the movie was good. It was really good. I really liked it. I mean, there's not 1 second where I wasn't interested in it. I do have a couple of, stuff, just minor stuff. But overall it's great. Now here's the basic plot for the movie. The people of the world are scared of superhumans, because recently there's been a massive growth in superheroes, and basically the governments of the world, they feel like the superheroes should be put in check, like they should be governed, and like they should be policing the superheroes. So basically they put together this thing called the Accords. Now in the comics it's called the Superhero Registration Act, but in the movie it's called the Accords. Now basically the Accords, what it does is that it limits the superheroes, it limits their ability to help people, so that if they need to go somewhere, it could prevent them, because it could prevent them from going there. Now, Iron Man believes that they should sign it, because after all, he feels so responsible, because it is his fault. He feels so responsible for what happened in Avengers 2, that he feels like they should be put in check. That they should be, I don't know, they should just be put in line. Whereas Cap believes that they shouldn't sign it, because if they see the chance to help someone, they should do it. They shouldn't have to ask permission to. They should just be able to do it. Now, also we see a little bit of Vision and Scarlet Witch thing going on. Like, they're starting to develop a love for each other, because in the comics, Vision and Scarlet Witch, they end up getting married in the comics, and I think they have like kids or something. And I don't know how that works. How basically a robot and a human have kids. I don't know how that works, but that's a question for another time. But yeah, basically, and Bucky Barnes is in it too, the Winter Soldier. He's been on his own for a while now, and Black Panther's in it too, as well as Ant-Man and Spider-Man. Oh, Spider-Man was good. I'll get to him later. Yeah, they so basically what happened is that T'Challa, Black Panther, his father is killed during the signing of the Accords. Now, of course, very few people are there. Very few of the heroes are there. Just the people who agree with Iron Man. And, yeah, that's it. But unfortunately, there's an explosion that kills T'Challa's father. And because Bucky is accused of it, T'Challa has sworn revenge against him. And so basically that's what Black Panther's role in it is. He just wants revenge. So, yeah, when after like a chase scene between Bucky, Black Panther, and Cap, they're taken into custody, and what happens is that Falcon, Cap, and Bucky are in hiding, and Captain takes this opportunity, and then Stark takes this as an opportunity to bring them in. He tells the secretary that he can bring them in. But here's the thing though, he's gonna need a team. So, I'll tell you their teams. Tony Stark, he goes to Queens, New York, to the apartment of Peter Parker, and we actually see Tom Holland in here. Like, we see a good, 10 minutes of him, of Peter Parker. So, yeah, it looks like from when Peter first comes in, it looks like he's getting home from school. He comes in, he goes into the kitchen, and he sees Tony talking with Aunt May, who's played by Marissa Tomei. Now, some people are like, why is someone who looks so young, why is someone like Marissa Tomei playing Aunt May? I got no problem with it. I think she played good, and I thought she looks like she's doing a good job. But yeah, no, I mean, that's a good way to get a jump start on a career, is playing a character in a Marvel film. But yeah, no, Aunt May, yeah, Tony's talking with Aunt May, and then Tony gets some alone time with Peter. Like, they're talking in his room, and Tony shows footage to Peter of Spider-Man. Now, keep in mind that he's not wearing the iconic Spider-Man suit that we see him wear in the trailer when he does the kick-ass superhero landing and says, "Hey, everyone." No. It looks like something like a teenager would throw together. Like it's like a sweatshirt with blue pants and a hoodie with goggles, and like a mask with goggles. And Peter, and basically Tony tells him that he needs his help. Yeah. So Tony does is that he upgrades Peter's suit. He gives him the iconic red and blue. He even upgrades his web shooters because his web shooters are clunky in the new one. But yeah, we see a good 10 minutes of Peter Parker, and then Black Widow recruits T'Challa. Yeah, they recruit T'Challa, Vision, and War Machine. Whereas Captain recruits, Falcon and Bucky are already on his team. They recruit Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Ant-Man. Now, when they're at the airport, they get into this huge fight. And Spider-Man is awesome in that film. And also, we see Giant Man. Yeah, Giant Man's in it. I was really surprised at that. Well, I kind of knew that because, you know those little pop vinyl figures? The little figures they have of the heroes? Well, what they did was they made a mistake, and they printed Giant Man as one of the figures, and that was like a dead giveaway, a huge spoiler for the movie. So I kind of saw that coming, but I didn't expect it to be that good. It's awesome. But yeah, Brody, he gets paralyzed. He needs an exoskeleton for his legs. So there was that. Yeah. And also we find out that Bucky is responsible for the death of Tony Stark's parents. Like, he killed his parents. That's crazy. So, like, Tony's, like, in a blind rage. Like, he's furious and, like, he's angry. And so that's when he goes all out on both Captain and Bucky. And Bucky's robot arm gets shot off, practically. He doesn't die or nothing, because, you know, it's not his real arm. He doesn't feel anything in it. Well, he probably does, then again. But, yeah, he gets blown off. He doesn't die or nothing. Yeah, basically what happens is Cap leaves. All the people on Cap's team who are helping him, they're taken into custody, and they're in prison, but Cap sets them free. And he writes a letter to Tony explaining that and also Cap knew that Bucky killed Tony's parents, and he didn't tell him. That was crazy. And then, what happened is that, Captain writes Tony a letter saying that he's sorry he didn't tell him, and that even though they're probably not friends anymore, that he'll always still be there for him, and he gives him a cell phone, which probably has Cap's number in it. And the movie ends, like, right when Captain's about to free Falcon and the others. And, yeah, the movie ends there. There's a lot more going on. Also, in the midst... Now, throughout the rest of the half of the movie, I had to go number one so bad. So, like, near the end of the movie, I was just in complete agony. I was like, I really gotta go, but I don't want to miss anything. And so when the credits scenes came up, I was like, okay, this is even worse. Now it's killing me. I thought if I could just run, to the bathroom and run back, I could do it. I can make it. But I thought, no, I'm probably not. I'm not gonna make it. So I stayed for the two post-credit scenes. There's two post-credit scenes. One with Bucky freezing himself up again. Or it's freezing himself up again, and he's putting himself to sleep again because the person responsible for all the stuff happening is some ordinary guy. He's just a regular guy who lost his family in Sokovia, and so he went through all that trouble. He knew he couldn't kill the Avengers himself, but that's when he came up with the plan to get the Avengers to kill each other. So he's the reason why the Avengers turned on each other. And so, he used Bucky's mind control as a way to get what he needed to get done. He lost his family in Sokovia, and he went through all that just to do all that. That's crazy. He's crazy, really. And so Bucky's mind control thing is still in him. And so he refreezes himself until a way to remove all the Hydra programs in his head is gone. But it seems like Bucky remembers who Cap is a lot more than he did in Winter Soldier. So there's that. And also, Black Panther realized that Bucky is not the reason why his father's dead. So what T'Challa does is that he has him taken to his personal lab in Wakanda, which is the jungle that Black Panther rules. And so it ends where Cap's saying, you know, that if they find out that Bucky's here, they're going to come for him. And T'Challa says, let them try. And then it shows him standing out looking out a window, and there's like a bunch of jungle, and there's like a big ass Black Panther statue, not of, you know, Black Panther the hero, like the animal itself, and it's a giant rock statue, and that was awesome. So that's sort of a teaser towards the new solo Black Panther movie. And then the next credit scene is Peter recovering from his injuries, because Cap hits Peter in the face with a shield, and he gets a black eye right here. Oh no, this way. I don't know, this one, yeah. And, yeah, he's recovering from his injuries, and then, his Aunt May's asking, who was it? And he was like, you wouldn't know him, he's some kid, it's some guy named Steve from Brooklyn. It's sort of funny. And then he's like, his Aunt May was like, I hope you got a few good punches, and he was like, yeah, I did, you should have seen his friend, he was huge, and of course he's referring to Giant Man. But yeah, meanwhile, he's screwing around with the web shooter that Tony gave him, and then when his Aunt May leaves, he points the web shooter at the roof, and there's like a little ray, like a flashlight, and he looks up, and it's the spider symbol. It's like a circle with the Spider-Man eyes, and so there's like a bunch of icons around it. And then the screen goes black, and then it says, Spider-Man will return. And I was like, ooh, man, that was awesome. Yeah, all in all, the movie was really great. I really like it. I will probably end up seeing it again with my grandparents because they like watching these movies too. I'm probably going to end up seeing it again. But yeah, I highly recommend the movie. I hope your guys' moms had a great Mother's Day. My next video I'm going to upload after this, it's going to be an interesting topic, really. It'll be an interesting topic. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and remember to rate, comment, subscribe for more content, and you can follow me on Instagram at TW, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Later.